Hi, this is the Quest for Human Trafficking Month. At the Quest, we save kids from human trafficking, primarily sex slavery. How it all started was one time I was in a small country and I met a priest who told me about he was going to do a raid on a brothel to save some kids. He told me his plan, and I understood from what he had told me that it wasn't going to be very successful, and it was likely that they would all die. So I offered my talents to him, which he accepted. It all went well, and at the very end, there was one little girl left sitting in the middle of the floor, all of them very scared. I picked her up. She was about 4 years old, and she fought with me. I took her out of the brothel and into a vehicle that we had standing by to take us to a safe location. The whole time she fought me, and so I didn't look at her. I just held her. As we went, it was a long ride, and she finally stopped struggling. I could tell she was looking at me, so I turned to look at her, and I looked into her eyes, and that was all it took for me. So over time, I did this sporadically in the shadows, never coming out into the open. And then about a little over a year ago, I decided to come out of the shadows and expose this tragedy. Human trafficking. Slavery now, today, is bigger than it ever has been, yet people don't want to really hear about it. But I'm going to tell people about it. So far, since I've come out of the shadows, the quest has saved 265 souls, and that's just a beginning for us. When I started this, I realized that it would be really hard to find other people to help me because each of us have so many distractions, and we create lives that lead us to places of importance that takes up our time. I know that I'm different and I accept others' choices, yet I do have a saying. When there's a catastrophe or a disaster, people say, why did God allow this to happen? For whatever you believe, the thought is common. And my response is, He just gave us an opportunity to be human, the whole purpose we came here for, to give a hand when one is needed, and to know that there will be one there for us when we need it. In a little over a year now, I have learned and discovered so much. I started the quest as one, and I did not know if I would find any others to help this cause. Today, starting the second year, we have very little funding, and I have not found a celebrity or a company to endorse us. Yet we move on. Let me tell you about what has happened. I have found living angels. I mean, they sacrifice everything and risk their lives to help this cause of saving these little children that are in sex slavery. I have found soldiers who were lost, and now they have found themselves by donating their services and their talents to us. There are these amazing people that I never expected to meet. They're nuns, they're priests, they're just regular people. And anything that they do related to this, they risk their lives. There are couples who take in some of these little girls that cannot go back to their family if they even have one, or are so mentally abused that it's going to take so much time for them to heal. There are orphanages that we really don't speak of that take these kids in and not share with anybody else what they've been through, but they give them help. They ease their souls, they educate them, and they never return to that life. They begin to understand what it is all about to be alive and to be a child. There are soldiers and mercenaries who, for years, have without question done their duty. But there comes a time with a lot of them that they start to question what it is that they're doing, and they never really know the true answers. So when they find us, they find a place to use their talents and to know the outcomes and know what it is that they're doing. And I bless them. We have lost one. It will be hard for a lot of people to understand this, but the one we lost, he knew the game, he knew the risks, and we sort of had a bet of who would die doing this first. I guess he won. You know, the reality is that none of us know how long we have to live. But to do what we do and to save these little children, that's always a win. And with the quest, we always win. This is not an easy life that we have chosen. I work several jobs just to barely get by. And I work pretty much around the clock. You know, it's all worth it. But just like all the people that work with the quest, sometimes we get tired. But every time that happens, something else occurs that just pushes us more and more forward. Recently, as in my video part 4, I told about one of the little girls that I had rescued. And she calls me daddy. And she wrote me a letter, and she told me about how she wanted to help me help other little kids like her. She told all the people taking care of her that she wanted to help. And so what they did was, for each meal, they would give her an extra fruit. She would then take that fruit and sell it until she raised $12, and she sent me $12. I mean, how can that not drive you farther forward and understand what we are doing is for the ultimate good? So with that, what the quest has done, just in this short period of time, you know, it started with me, just me. And people have just come from everywhere to help. It baffles me. There are so many good people here on this earth, and none of them seek any recognition or anything. This year, you know, we saved over 265 souls. We've created underground railroads from Vietnam to Laos to Cambodia to Thailand. We fed over 400 kids that didn't have meat for a long period of time. We bought toys for them, all in less than $1,600. We've given medical attention. We've clothed them. We've even helped seniors and the terminally poor. There's nearly 500 volunteers along these pathways, including the Philippines. So we're here, and we're here to stay. So I come to this. I know not only good people will be watching this, because I interfere with bad governments, bad gangs, bad people, bad police, and so on, that would like nothing more than for me to be dead. These people abduct, they steal, they buy, they torture, they rape, they abuse these little kids who don't even know right from wrong yet. Yet when they are done with them, they sell them, or if they're too weak, they have their organs harvested. Well, so far you have not stopped me from rescuing these little kids. Listen to me, you evil entities. Give up. Find peace in your life. Do something good, or even join me. About the quest, it will not stop till this subject has stopped. And the world knows about you. What you don't know is you can't win. You can't stop what I have created. If you kill me, I'll be there waiting for you on the other side. Also, I have taken the lessons of the past, and the quest is much bigger than me, and it will continue on no matter what. There, now that I got that out of the way, for the rest of you, thank you. Thank you so much. You don't know how much just $1 means, or a prayer, or even just a thought. So if you can help in any way, pray, bless, give me words, or if you can help support us, anything to keep this in mind and spread the word about what's going on in this world. I was nominated for TED Talks, and that would be great, to expose this and the real truth. Yet they haven't called me back or anything. Maybe it's because how graphic I am. It's that nobody has really told the truth, so maybe that's why nobody really pays much attention to human slavery. So if you'd like, you can nominate me also. I'll leave a link on here. Or if you want me to speak somewhere else, just contact me. But warning, I do tell the truth, and it's very graphic. Again, thank you. I, I just can't say enough about thank you and how much this has meant to so many people. Blessings.